for this press conference. I hope you are well, and thank you so much for joining us here in Dusit Hotel in Makati on this working holiday. I know that some of you covered his arrival last night and went straight to the Mall of Asia, and I'm sure everybody was, just overwhelmed. All of us were talking this morning now. Wow, Kyle Kuzma's reception here for the Filipino fans is really great and very much appreciated. But then, of course, we are going on with the itinerary of Kyle this morning for our media friends and a basketball clinic later this afternoon. We will be seeing him in a bit, but first, let us hear a few words from one of the people who made this event possible. He is a trailblazer for the NBA here in the Philippines, a mental health and sports advocate, and is currently the CEO of SEM, that is Sports, Entertainment, and Media Consultancy. Let us please give a warm welcome to Mr. Carlo Singson.
Here we go. Hi, media friends and special guests. First of all, it's great to see so many familiar faces here. Thank you so much always for your support. I just wanted to give a few words about SEM Consultancy, who's here collaborating with Kyle. So SEM really talks about the passion points for Filipinos, right? It's sports and entertainment. And what we do is we partner with and collaborate with sports and entertainment rights holders. And we also partner with brands that want to work with these properties. So the goal really is to generate commercial value and revenue for sports development in general. You saw them when we had Carlos Yulo win all those Olympic medals. All the support came in after those medals were won. But wouldn't it be great if some of those brands were partnering with Carlos and people like him in the developmental stage? I think we'd have a few more Olympic medalists. So that's my personal goal. I want to get the sports and entertainment, and mostly really the sports industry, going and generating revenue for sports development with the help of brand partners. But enough of that. So that's a little bit of background. We are so proud at SEM to collaborate with an NBA rock star like Kyle Kuzma, who will be out here in a few seconds. This is a first for us, but it's really not a first for me. And we're so happy to have him here and doing all sorts of things. He's quite a unique person, even within the NBA. He's got a lot of interests outside of basketball. He's really good in the fashion world. He's an entrepreneur. He's a brand builder, and he supports a lot of different causes and foundations. So we're super excited to have him here and working with some of our local brands and some of our local foundations as well. So before I go, I wanted to give thanks to the partners who have made this trip possible. You see their logos up there. Bet88 has been a great partner for us. Navitas, who espouses holistic education. I think they're a great partner because Kyle loves, he cares about educating kids and the children. But First Coffee, their first activation was yesterday, and it was crazy at the Mall of Asia. Of course, Titan, who we'll be meeting with also tomorrow. And then, of course, our official hotel, Dusit Thani, and our official media partner, All Star. So thank you, and please support our brand partners. And we'll bring out Kyle shortly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Carlos Singson. Successful both on and off the court, this NBA champion has ventured into various businesses, beverage and the fashion space, also known for his iconic tunnel fits. This NBA player that we're going to introduce today is a fashion enthusiast, viewing clothing as an avenue for free expression, art, and even sustainability. His lifestyle brand, Childhood Dreams, reflects his values as an entrepreneur and as a brand himself. Above all else, he is passionate about his philanthropic pursuits and has established his own nonprofit organization that aims to support single mothers and their children. Through the organization, he believes that anyone can make a difference. With high hopes to establish his brand globally, he visited Hong Kong and China to immerse himself in their culture as well as to explore exciting business opportunities, hopefully also here in the Philippines. And finally, he is in Manila to do the same and probably even more. To our media friends, please do allow me to invite you to just say this a bit. No? Of course, when we introduce Kuzma, we say him by his nickname, of course, more known as Kuz. Media friends, let's give a great cheer for. Let me hear you say Kuz. Come on, friends, media friends. Let me hear you say Kuz. Kuz. Average 22, 6 and 4 this past season for the Washington Wizards. Let's give it up. Give your loudest cheers for Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
Media friends, you can do better than that. Let's go, Kyle Kuzma, everybody. Kyle Kuzma is here in the Philippines. Kyle, how are you? All right. Yes. All right.
Hello?
Yes, sir. All right. So, Kyle, how are you? How was your breakfast? And how was your at least 24 hours here in Manila?
Great. Yeah, I got here yesterday. I went straight to MOA, and that was a blast. Super fun. And this is my first time here, so I've always wanted to go here. It's funny. I got a haircut this morning, and I have a bunch of Filipino friends, by the way. Jordan Clarkson, Jaden Green. 2 of my barbers are actually Filipino in the States. So I've heard a bunch about this place, so I'm just very excited to be here. So,
did you expect the reception last night in MOA, all the activations also in the NBA store, and of course the reception by the Filipino fans? What was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect that many people, but I expected it to be pretty crazy. Just because I know about this fan base from just being a Laker, being friends with Kobe, and talking about Asia and his travels, and understanding that this is a crazy market for basketball. So,
well, of course, we just celebrated Kobe Bryant Day.
Yeah.
Yes, and what does Kobe Bryant mean to you? I mean, of course, the best lessons that you learned from him, and of course, how are you applying that to your game right now?
I mean, it means the world. It means everything. I think I was very blessed and fortunate when I first came into the NBA to build like a relationship, real relationship with him, and ask him about a lot of different things, whether it was basketball, life, business, relationship, what to do, what not to do. I think coming into the NBA, being 22 years old, 21, 22, and having somebody like that as a mentor, to just guide me, but also just for me to take his words and do whatever with them, is invaluable. So.
Now, Kyle, of course, it's great that you are here in Manila as we talk about your game, on how your season was. But as Carlo introduced you a while ago, you have a lot of interests and want to pursue many things. And of course, we know that from your tunnel fits that you've got a strong passion for fashion. And you've mentioned before that Asian fashion, especially places like Shanghai, really resonates with you. At least in your 24 hours in Manila, did anything resonate with you, of course, in that sense, Kyle? And of course, the Asian fashion and culture.
I feel like it always has. I feel like I've always admired, just Asian fashion. I think a lot of the trends are always sit over here. I think, people on the east side of the world are very tasteful. They care about materials, fabrics, what they wear, how they present themselves, greetings. So I think naturally, I've always kind of took that a little bit. So,
and of course, your brand, Childhood Dreams, has been a significant outlet for you to express, of course, your love for fashion, for art, and sustainability. How do you see your brand evolving, especially after immersing yourself? Of course, we appreciate that you mentioned the people in the culture in the East have that sense of taste.
Yeah, I really want to bring more of it out here. I think that's something that is my next steps. Meeting more people over here, distributors, to share, kind of my artistry and what I look at as clothing. So that's definitely at the top of my agenda for sure.
Now, for a more personal question, Kyle, we know that basketball players are very much immersed in the game. They devote themselves to the game. But where did this come from? Your interest in art, for passion, of course, building also your brand in terms of from a business perspective.
I've always been interested in art. I think it starts as a kid. I used to draw as a kid a lot, whether it was elementary. Always had a notebook with me drawing anime characters and Dragon Ball Z and certain landscapes and houses and stuff. So I think naturally, being that way as a kid really, made me who I am today with, how much I love actual art or collecting art or clothing and fashion, because that's art as well. So I think it all just ties in, and that started when I was a child. So.
Kyle, another aspect that is close to your heart is your nonprofit, supporting single mothers and their children. What drives you to pursue this kind of work? And of course, where did it come from? And what drives you, of course, to support and grow this more, for more awareness and, of course, for more people to support this?
Just giving back. I think, that's super, super important. I know when I was a kid, I had a good life for sure, but also it was challenging in a certain sense. Growing up in Flint, Michigan, grew up with a single mother. Mom worked a bunch of different jobs, 2 jobs sometimes. Grandmother had to raise us a bunch of times. I had to babysit by myself at a young age with my 2 younger siblings. So I understand what it's like to have humble beginnings and not a crazy head start into life. And I think that the way my mom is, she runs our nonprofit. She is the president, and I think it's important to give back, and especially it's relatable to me. Like you said, single mothers, underprivileged kids. That was me. That was us. So it's important.
Let's go to basketball now. 22-6-4, taking on a more leadership role. How do you see your season now with the Wizards? And of course, how do you see yourself maybe placing more? In terms of getting better in the East, and at the same time, how do you see yourself improving your game?
Yeah, it's all about getting better as a team. I think that's the most important thing to me right now, because I think the past 2 seasons I've had career years and I've gotten better and better, but winning a championship, I like to win. I felt how to win, and I think that having career years are good, but it's not as fun if the people with you aren't having career years as well and having collective team wins. So I think this year is all about building that and helping others get better. Bless you. So yeah, that's super important to me. Trying to just build a winning culture. Last year was the first year of our rebuild. This year 2, we're a young team, but we have a lot of talent and good character guys. We had a mini camp a couple weeks ago, with the whole team, the new guys. So it'd be great.
What is it like right now? More on the Mamba mentality. Of course, you gotta build, rebuild to be successful in your own way. What's that like, especially taking on a leadership role and relating it, of course, to Mamba and Kobe Bryant?
You just have to live it every day. I think I do that. Because at the end of the day, I've been in the league for 8 years, and I love it just as if I was a kid still. As you get older, you take a little bit more breaks in the off season, but when I have a basketball in my hands, when I'm training, I feel like a kid again, and I think that's what always keeps me going and pushes me to kind of strive for that mentality. It's all about passion. So, if you love something, you're gonna do it to the best of your ability. So,
well said. So for my last question, Kyle, I'm going to compound this one. What are the Filipino fans going to expect in your stay, and of course, what are you looking forward most in your future?
Say it one more time.
What are the Filipino fans going to expect today? I know that you're going to do a basketball clinic, and at the same time, more or less outlook for the future seasons, especially business-wise and art, etc.
I mean, a lot. Like I said, this is my first time being here. Unbelievable reception and love coming here, and I've always wanted to come here. So I think now that the world is really opened back up, and a lot of us are able to travel more and be back over in Asia, Southeast Asia, and Philippines, something that I plan to do every year to get back on track. Because at the beginning of my career, I was always in Asia, and they got derailed a little bit, but not back. So. Mm-hmm.
All right, lastly, Kyle, your message to Filipino media, Filipino fans.
Yeah, well, one, thank you guys for all coming out. This is incredible. Just the love here is amazing. I truly, truly appreciate it, and I'm excited to see a lot more to come. So,
all right, so there you have it. Give it up for Mr. Kyle Kuzma. Thank you, Kyle. So for the next part of our program, we are excited to open the floor for media interactions. Of course, with Kyle, it's going to be in groups. First with our photographers, then our mainstream media, followed by our friends, content creators, and each group will have around 3 to 4 to 5 minutes for their interviews. Our team will guide each group to make sure everyone gets their chance to chat with Kyle. And once you're done, please head over to the buffet area where lunch will be served. All right, so this concludes our official press conference today. Maraming salamat. That is, of course, thank you in Filipino. Thank you so much. Once again, give it up for Kyle Kuzma, everybody. This is Mix Bustos, and let's enjoy our time with Kyle, with, of course, Mr. Kyle Kuzma. Kyle, thank you so much. Have a great stay, and we'll see you later. All right. First up, with our photographers.